Peace. Whoa. The baby's right here, laying on the pillow. Now he be rolling, so I'm like, I gotta watch him now. Gotta watch you. See, just a rolling. See, look, I'm lifting myself up and everything. I can see the world. Be quiet, Jodine. I'm trying to pin the thing. Yep. The baby's right here. Hey, everybody. Y'all should be asleep. Yeah. He is getting big. Let's see if I can turn him up. Yep. You got it together? You got it like your mama? You gotta get it together? You gotta get it together? Okay. See? See, look at his little cute self. Somebody just wrote a really long message. Okay. Good night. I'm a peaceful one. Okay, let's see. I don't know what this person is talking about, but people come into your room, on your social media, telling you what you should be talking about, what you should be saying, and when they have just as much power, and they can put whatever they want out, just like I did, but it just makes me laugh when people be coming to my page telling me, you need to say this, you need to say, why don't you say it? why don't you start your live and talk about, whatever it is you want to talk about and what's important to you. So I'm trying to tell people what to do. So, but yeah, exactly, knowledge our lives. Like, people just, but that's most definitely not what I was going to talk about tonight. I'm just sitting here on the bed and just really just self-reflecting everything that I've been learning, because that's what I'm here to teach, is my experience, right? Not everybody is going to have the same experiences as you, but if you share your experience, you can enlighten others, or you can encourage others. And I have truly had an amazing experience for the past 2 years, and throughout this whole experience, family has been the major word to use. Like, family is frequency. Find the people that you resonate with. Family, and then some say that family isn't blood, it's the frequency, or whatever. Family is loyalty. Like, whatever it is that you choose to believe, the major point is find those people that love you and support you and is there for you, And I asked myself, I was like, what was I out here looking for? Because I had a family. I have a family, back in the States, or Babylon. Hey, Bella. And I was compelled to go out seeking another family. But I think the reason why I made the choices that I made was because I came from such a supportive family that I wanted to give that back to those that didn't have what I had, you know. And I think the reason why a lot of us are going out here seeking something else, or seeking that frequency or that family, is because we were programmed or taught that when we get a certain age, that you got to leave your family, you got to go to college, go off into the world and make something of yourself. But what happened is it has really broken, and it was not very encouraging or beneficial for the black families. Because the higher powers that be, whatever they try to do, the number one thing they do is that they get to the family first, because they know if you get to the family, if you destroy the family, then you can destroy everything. That's how they have control. So I just remember as a kid, my family always encouraged me to leave, to go off and find my own. And this, y'all, I'm just reflecting. Like, I don't even care. I didn't even care if I had one person in the room. I just needed to express myself. And I remember especially my grandparents, they used to, because I was raised by my grandparents, and they used to tell me, you gotta go off and get your own, because one day we're not going to be here. You know, we're going to die one day. They used to tell me this as a little girl. Like, don't depend on us. You gotta go off and make something of yourself, because we're not always going to be here. And I kept that in the forefront of my mind, to not depend on anyone, because one day I'm going to be by myself. And that was so far from the truth, because I came from a very big family. Like, I had like 7 uncles and aunts, 30-some cousins. I had a whole bunch of people. But I understood what my grandparents were telling me, but I don't know if that was the right thing to push, the agenda to push. It's like, go out on your own, because you're going to be on your own. And so now I have to go out on my own, and I got to figure it out by myself, you know. And that's the reason why so many black women are out here. They get taken advantage of by men, because they weren't brought up, or they wasn't prepared to deal with these wolves in sheep clothing. You know, back in the day, you know, you stayed home until you became a certain age, and then you married off to a family. You know, your family chose the family that you were going to be a part of. But now we're just going out here trying to figure it out by ourselves, and wonder why we're around here walking around confused, or not living in our purpose, or don't even truly know who we are, because we're trying to figure it out, and the world is teaching us, you know. And that's the reason why we feel lost, and we feel depleted, and we feel like there's no one out there that really care, because we're programmed to think we got to go out there, and there's nothing out there, you know. And that's the reason why a lot of people go to that ancestor DNA testing, just to find out where they come from. Like, I gotta go get a DNA test to figure out what tribe or what part of Africa that I came from. You come from right here. Yeah, you might be a descendant of Africa, the color of your skin, but your bloodline is right here in America, like, you know, on these soil. I mean, that, because if you really think about your ancestors is your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and so forth, your uncles, your aunts, and your cousins. That is your bloodline. That is your ancestry. Yeah, I know they want to teach us about the kings and queens of Egypt, but we don't. But we don't even know if this information that they're putting out here is even true. You can't even trust these books anymore. So what you can trust is right in front of your face. This is where you come from. You come from right from your mother and father. And they come from their mother and father, and so forth. But because we don't truly value family, we're all out here lost, trying to figure it out. And that's the reason why black people don't have nothing. And I'm talking about black people because I'm a black person. That's the reason why we don't have generational wealth. That's the reason why we don't have our own shit. Because we're not programmed to have our own shit. We're programmed to go out here and work for somebody else's shit so that they can have whatever they need. And we're out here struggling, or we out here thinking we doing good, but all we doing is just put money in someone else's pocket, in someone else's neighborhood. And that's the reason why the black neighborhoods are the poorest of neighborhoods, because we don't even support our own. One, we don't support our own families, and then therefore we're not going to support anybody that look just like us. And so I think that's the reason why I made the choice that I did, going out here trying to go out here and find a family, because I still had that mentality that I had to look for something outside of myself. I wasn't taught to look within, trust within. I wasn't taught that. I was like everybody else. I got taught Christianity and whatever that meant for you, whatever that means, that's what I was taught, but I wasn't truly taught about who I was and where I came from, and how important that is, and how we need to cultivate that and make that more. I wasn't taught that, but I'm not blaming anyone because they weren't taught that either. We all come from a bloodline of ignorance and of shame and just obliviousness, because most black people don't truly know who they are. And I think that if we did know who we are, we'll be a lot smarter and a lot more powerful. So I'm out here in Hawaii, and it's really hard, because Rambo and I, we don't have family. It's just me and him. And yeah, y'all been helping us and supporting us as much as you can, but y'all gotta eat too. Y'all over there trying to figure it out, just like how y'all trying to figure it out. And so Rambo and I, we're doing the best that we can, trying to, create something for ourselves. But the one thing that we miss and we know is that we don't have family here. And that's why it's a little harder. It's like once we think we 2 steps ahead, something happens and it takes us 3 steps back. Because we're just out here by ourselves, and we know that if we had family, it'll give us just a little bit to be like, okay, we can breathe and, get shit taken care of. But because we don't, it's just, we gotta work way harder, than is necessary, and that's why I was just saying to myself, all we need is family. Even though Rambo and I, we're creating our own family, you still need that encouragement and love and support from your family, because they've been there and done that. And Rambo, he had made a post about the baby, about how wherever we go, like, people treat us like we have leprosy or something because we have a baby and the baby's crying. They won't help us out because we have a baby. They won't let us stay here because of the baby. The baby. It's like, it's always about the baby, but not in a positive way, and I don't like to make myself a victim, because I'm not going to. But I realize they don't have to care, because it's not their family. People are only going to care as much as they need to, because you're not their family. They're going to look out for theirs, and rightfully so. That's what they're supposed to be doing, looking out for theirs. But the culture that I come from, we don't do that. If anything, we hold each other back. Our culture holds each other back. We don't truly support each other the way that we should. And I'm not talking about my family. I'm talking about the whole black culture. And it's like, you know what I mean? So we do whatever we can to fit into this European system because we want to be a part of something. But I'm here to tell you that love your family. Yeah, I'm a little emotional about it. I try not to cry because some of y'all can't stand when I be crying, but sometimes I'm emotional about. Well, my Mercury's in the fourth house, so whatever I'm passionate about, I can tend to be very emotional. I show my emotions because it really means a lot to me, and then also, I got a lot of fourth house in my chart, so I got my Mercury's in the fourth house, my Sun's in the fourth house, my Neptune's in the fourth house. So what that means is that a lot of who I am, what I seek, what I believe, what I desire is family. You see? And that's all I ever wanted to do, was just be a part of something, be a part of a family. And even with my family in the States, like, I was always very connected with everyone there. I was very connected because family is really important. But what I realized is that when I would put myself out there in front of the world, I realized how sick our black families are. I realized how lost our black families are and how unaware they are. And I'm very thankful that I was able to see that. I'm very thankful that I was able to experience that and really learn, because a lot of us are in this tunnel vision. We're in this this box that's closed us off to humanity, that we forget to help each other. Yes. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Rambo. Because I don't have nothing to put the phone down and trying to hold the baby in. Like, I should have put the, you see your daddy? You see your daddy? He might hold him. He did really good for a while. He just sat there and listened to me talk. Usually he won't do that. Usually he be like, oh, you on the phone now? It's time for me to make noise. But see, what if I was a single mom? I wouldn't have had that support. I would have been out here, And so also I'm like, man, family is so important. Oh, you want to call in? Oh, yeah, the Christ by Nature. Yeah, I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm sorry, I was in my... Yeah. Yeah, you can call in. Let me see if I can request you. I sent you a request. Peace.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of in the dark right now for a few reasons.
That is so symbolic.
I'm having my kids getting ready to shower and get ready for bed and all those things. But I've been listening to you for a while. I'm sorry, my husband is also in here doing his thing, so I'm gonna sneak out to the car. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. Yeah. So basically, I've been this man, he left my damn garage open. Okay. So anyway, so I've been watching you for a while, obviously, like most of us have. And I think you have a very impressive journey.
Mm-hmm.
You have been through so many different things. I've watched you go to carbonation, leave, come back, hold them down, leave again. You've been through so many transformations and everything. And I don't know if you ever really paid attention to my comments, because I always change my name. Just,
Oh.
yeah, girl. Today, tomorrow I might be Betty Boop. Who knows? But it was just I always looked at you and I was like, I knew you would always come out of the trance one day. And I was like, go home, just go home, just go home. And I know you want to be on your own individual journey, and as we all should. But it was just some things that you said, like when you said your grandparents told you they're not always going to be here, that was them that was them preparing you to let you know that you're gonna have to walk on your own one day. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's still, family. Listen, everybody got a family that's crazy. We all got crazy
Yeah.
aunts, uncles, moms, dads, shit. Everybody ain't perfect, But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, with everything that you guys have been through, like looking at Velvet, looking at Flo and them go back to, North Carolina, wherever they are, all the people that's left, no matter what they did, their family was always still there.
Mm-hmm.
They never turn their back on them. They never turn their back on
Yeah.
y'all, And I know, like, it's like, okay, I'm going to do my own thing, but sometimes it's okay to reset and be like, you know what? We just going to go back, get it together until we're able to do it on our own. It hurt. It breaks my heart to see you here looking so sad and crying, girl, because it's like literally in my mind, I'm like screaming, like, you don't have to put yourself through this. Like, don't do
Yeah.
it. Stop. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
can't nobody tell you what to do, but just if you need that reset, go back. Family can't always be there for you at the same time because we all got to live our lives. Like, you got to live your life, they got to live their life.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a better support system with your family than trying to be out here just doing it by yourself because it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, if you were a single mother, it's plenty of single mothers that are in the United States and we still freaking make it happen. You know what I mean? I was a single mother for a long time. And honey, wasn't nobody about to knock me off I was a single mother. You know what I mean? I depended on my family. That's
Yeah.
where they came into play.
Mm-hmm.
If I couldn't do it by myself, I could depend on them. I could be like, hey, auntie, one day can you watch? Cousin, one day can you watch? Like, I just want you to stay in this mind frame you're at. Is beautiful. It's beautiful. And the realization you come into is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And just do what you need to do for you and your husband and your baby. Don't worry about people because you've been on this journey. I know it's people gonna be saying, oh, well, like, when you say you start you ate fish. So fucking what? Like, people gonna say something regardless. If you go
Yep.
back home, oh, you back in the States, oh, you this, oh, you, yeah, bitch. Yes, I am. The fuck. Like, it's none of your business because at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck about where I'm at anyway. It be the people that's not even supporting you, not even
Yeah.
having anything positive to say, that's already, always bashing and like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to rant, girl, but I'm just
Oh.
like, I want to keep you in this moment. I want to keep you in this moment because it's beautiful. And like, don't second guess yourself about what you feeling. You
Mm-hmm.
are feeling the right things. You need your family. Your baby and your husband. Y'all need to be around your families and get the support y'all need. And just do what you need to do. Stop stressing yourself. Stop like trying to force it. It's just, it's probably just not the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know. It's the time for y'all to do a reset, and that's okay. And then after you do a reset in whatever journey, it's always gonna be something in life. Always, no matter what you do, you turn left, you turn right. It's always that's life. You know, it is always gonna be something. But you know what you know, and stick to what you know. You tried it, you did it. It didn't work for you. You realize it's not working. Now let's do something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing. Just how my life has changed in the past 2 years. Because when I first came on the scene, it was just me. But now
Mhm.
it's me and a baby and a husband.
Mhm.
Like, just like I
Mhm.
get all of that, and like it's now like now what, So
Mhm.
I don't even look at it as a reset or it didn't work. I look at it as me moving forward. It's something new.
Right.
Like I
You're
can't look
absolutely right.
at what was old. I have to take what's new and make the best of it. You know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's how I'm looking at it. Because before, when it was just me, it was all about me. I was very selfish and did
Oh,
not
girl,
care.
yes.
Now it's like now I have a baby. It's just like I
Right.
don't have time to be thinking of myself. I'm not saying that people don't do it. I'm just saying for me, it's just like a total reality shift. when you have
Mhm.
time. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I know
And so
exactly what
look
you mean.
at things differently. Just it makes you look at your steps and want to make the best steps. And if you don't, and
Right.
you're trial and error. Like you may not do the right thing, but you
Right.
always get back up and do the right thing. It's
Right.
not the
Right.
world. So
Right.
that's
And
good.
that's,
But
and that made me think about the point when you said, as far as us as a Black community, that nobody teaches us,
yeah,
to be who we are. And the fact of the matter is, who you are is nobody can teach you that. Nobody can teach you who you are. You are who you are. For example, you went on this journey by yourself. I saw the live with your brother. Your brother, is back in the States, your family back in the States, and they were
yeah,
like, well, you've been on, I watched you when you were, what is it, Just Cool and Curly? Or,
yeah, yeah. I'm learning a lot of my just cool curly subscribers.
you
Still
know
been
what I mean? It's like people, like, you got to understand, these people are people that's gone way back with you. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And we
yeah,
watched the multiple transformations, and it's like nobody can teach you that that is who you were going to become. You cannot be taught who you are. You just are. You are who you
yeah,
become. So we can't sit up here and say, well, and that's what I was saying when I was saying about your grandparents. That's what they were trying to teach you when they were saying that. That's what they meant. Like, we're not always going to be here. You got to do for you. You're going to be who you're going to be, irregardless to whatever people teach you. You ever notice people, parents have the best parents and the best of the best and all this, and they grow up to be freaking serial killers and all this crazy shit. And it's
yep,
just like, the parents are like, well, where the fuck did that come from? Because you were in prep school your whole life, and you know what I'm saying? We were paying thousands and thousands, for tuition and all this shit, and you turn out to be a fucking weirdo. It's just like, that's something you can't be taught. You are who you are. It is what it is. Continuing your journey, but don't ever, because I'm gonna tell you this real quick. It's painful to watch, and I know you don't like going back and into that carbonation shit, but it's
yeah,
painful to watch Velvet go through this shit. It really is. It is fucking ridiculous because it's people over there saying like they parents literally like my parents don't give a fuck, and they think that's a positive thing. That is sad. That is sad. If your son grew up and went through, some things, because they all gonna do it, but you want
yeah,
him to be like, oh, my parents don't care. No, you're gonna be like, where the fuck is my son? What is going on? You're gonna
mm,
be there. That's what family is all about. So stick to your roots, stick to your family, get back to doing what y'all need to do. And just, don't worry about what people say. It's always going to be somebody saying something, but just do you, whatever that may be. Just
mhm.
don't make it hard on yourself if you don't have to. Because I'm pretty sure, honey, when you step up in a spot with the family, they're going to light up like Christmas, goddamn lights. You're going to think it's goddamn Christmas around here. Like, what? I know y'all miss me that much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
dang. For me, you know,
hmm.
that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I just, sometimes I go on tangents.
Have I talked to you before? Because
No, never,
well,
never, never.
everybody in the comments are like, "This voice is they know who you are or something." So your voice does sound familiar, but I didn't know if I talked to you.
I did one time speak with Nature Boy,
Okay.
on some bullshit. And yeah, that's the only time I ever been on live.
Okay.
Um, so no, and it's just like, I just want to send you positive vibes.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about them. Don't nobody give a fuck about them. Everybody's over it. Just do you. You went through everything you went through. I'm pretty sure you're much wiser, very much wiser. We all
Yeah.
can see it. We see it. You're radiant, you're beautiful, you're glowing, and take that energy and those emotions and do what you feel like you need to do. We want to see you next time. If all y'all want to see her back with the family, put a one in the room. Next time we
Why you
see
always
you
tell me to
live,
put one in the
we
room? Stop
we
it.
we we want to see. No, I haven't spoken with Nature Boy plenty of times, honey. No, I didn't. It was once. But if you guys want to see her back with the fam, put a one in the room. We want to see you next time with the family. We want to see you happy.
Yeah.
We want to see you prosper.
Mm-hmm. What they say,
Okay.
carbonation.
Yeah, sure. I'm a fan of carbonation. Whatever they say, they don't even know who the hell I am. Okay, girl. I could put on a damn voice changer. They wouldn't know. So that does not faze me. And that's the point I was making to you, Serenity. It's always going to be one. It's always gonna be one who feel like they need to go outside the box and do some extra shit.
Yeah.
But I'm sending you peace and love and blessings to you and your family, your baby. I'm so happy that you guys wised up enough to get out of the situation that was not what is it? No longer serving you, and moved on. And do your thing. Do your thing. And I'll inbox you because I feel like I do want to talk to you a little more, but I'm not gonna take up your airtime.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, you want to ask me something? You want to come on? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I added you, little TXL.
Hey,
Peace.
how you
Oh,
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I wanted to, I just wanted to ask you, what's the biggest change that you have felt, like when I had a baby, and then when you didn't have a baby? Like, what's the difference in your heart, like in your soul or mind?
Mm.
Like, if you have a baby and if you don't have a baby, like, what you think you would have been doing different if you never had no baby?
Oh, wow. I did not think you were going to ask me that question. Oh, wow. That's
That's
like the difference that I felt um, when I had a baby was that my life mattered. Like what? Like it mattered. Boys. Okay. That my life matters, and whatever I do with my life affects another person. Like that's the difference. You get a text message. But
Well, so somebody was messaging me
yeah.
while I'm listening to you. Yeah, so I'm listening to you though.
Yeah, but I can hear. I don't know if everybody else can hear. And what was the other part of your was that the question? Because it was a long question you asked. But yeah, that my life matters, and that you is how we say don't be selfish, right? Because I always pride myself into being selfish because I was like, I love myself. I want to take care of myself. But then sometimes that selfishness has to go to another person. Like I have to be selfish for this person now because this person depends on me for everything. So fuck what everybody else is doing over here. This person, this little person right here needs me. And it doesn't matter what, you know, other people think. This little person's life depends on me to be okay.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you? Like, was it hard? Like, was it hard to change that, or was it like a easy? Was it easy? To switch to it. Like it was a easy.
Every day it gets easier because when you first have it, now everyone is different. I know when I had Zen, I didn't have that motherly drive, that motherly instinct. I did not know what to do with this child when he first came. Plus, I was sick and he came out on crutches, so I was trying to like take care of both of us at the same time. But as I continue to get better and the child continues to grow, the love that we have for each other continues to grow because he doesn't know what love is, And I just know for myself that the more he's in my life, the more our bond has gotten stronger. So it makes it easy for me to choose him, but at the same time I have to choose myself. It's a simultaneously thing because if I don't have nothing to give myself, I don't have nothing to give you. So I have to make sure at all times I'm taking care of myself. I'm loving myself. And by me doing that, the child is getting that love and nourishment from me. Because like literally, like he feeds off of me and the energy that I'm putting out. Because I always say children may not don't know
Right.
language, but they know frequency, vibrations, and energy. So I have to make sure that I'm in a
Well, but did you always have, like, before, like, you always had your family that they tell you how it is when you have a kid and stuff like that, like, but when you actually had one, like, what, like, you was like, well, I actually have a kid now, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying, like, what, man, like, how was it that different, like, what they were saying was true, or what they were saying is like, it was true, or like it was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was true. It was very true. Yeah. Because my biological mother, she had given me up for adoption when I was about 3 years old, and at the time I didn't understand, and for years I hated her. Like I had grew a hate for this woman because I didn't understand why she could give me up like that. Now she gave me to her parents, but she wasn't in my life. Maybe holidays, like she was like an aunt to me, like as
For real.
but I didn't understand, like, how could she do this to me? And I made it be about my self-worth, that I wasn't worthy enough to be loved because my own mother doesn't want me. How does anybody else want me? But now that I'm a parent, I understand more so than ever why she made that decision, because at the time of her life she was not stable, she was not okay. So the best thing that she could do was give me to her parents, because she knew that she could trust them. She knew that a baby needed stability and a foundation, and that's the reason why she had did it, because she knew that I would be better off with them versus with her. But as a kid I didn't understand that. But now, as a grown woman and having a baby, I completely understand. Like, raising a child is not.
So do you feel like you was wrong in the way that you acted, or do you feel like you just going through experiences, like, or you know what I mean, like, would you encourage kids to not listen? You know what I'm saying? Or would you encourage them to, you know what I mean, like, do what they want and then to learn from their own mistakes?
I encourage
You see what I'm
to
saying?
listen to their inner guidance system. I encourage everyone to trust that voice within, and you will know what you're supposed to do. And I encourage parents to be that guidance and support, to teach their children to listen to their own voice. Because just like I told you, one day your parents may not be there.
Yes, ma'am.
One day your parents may not be there, but if they teach you to listen to your intuition and that voice and use that discernment, then it don't matter if they're there or not, because you trust and have faith within yourself to do what you're supposed to do. But because we're not taught that, we're taught to listen to them. And our parents don't always have the right answers. Like, as parents, we're figuring it out. We don't always know. We think we do because we're older. And we're bigger doesn't mean that we're smarter.
Right.
And I believe that children come into this universe, into this world, already knowing. It's just that our program.
I feel like sometimes the baby's smarter than
Heck
us.
yeah. Absolutely. I totally believe that the babies are smarter than us. Like, Zimby just looking at me and acting like he's a baby. Like, I know you're a grown ass man in there, but he just be acting like he's a little baby. But I can't, like, just sizing me up and like listening to me and Rambo talking, taking it all in, and like, then when I catch him, he be like, ah, like he's a little baby. I'm like, oh, don't be trying to play that baby act. But
For
that's
real. Oh
that
my
I'm
goodness.
teaching him, because I'm teaching that to myself. I'm teaching my own self to listen to that inner voice, that guidance system. The higher self is within you. You just have to tap into that. And so that's what
So how would you say, I heard you said a lot. You say inner
yeah.
voice. But how would you explain that? Wait. if you see my parent, we always grew up in church and stuff like that, and you say inner voice, like they talk about witchcraft and demons and voodoo and you know what I mean? Like, how do you, like, you can't just say inner voice like that. Like, what are you saying when you're saying inner
Yeah.
voice? Like,
Yeah.
how can you describe it on like on a broad page? You know what I'm saying? Like, so people can get it. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. But when you say that, it might go out like, and they might make a clip or something like, and they say inner voice, and but like how, like, can you get it out like what you really saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know what you
Yeah. I
saying,
know what they
but
do.
the people don't listen to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Hold on.
And I know you really truly, you lived it, like you experienced, and like
Hmm.
you went through so much, and you got your baby now. Like, oh my goodness! And I know you're happy with your baby. You love your
Yeah.
baby. You look in his eyes. I can see it. You love him so much. You love your baby, and you kiss your baby. You hold your baby. You love your baby, and he don't have nothing to do with coming here. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He don't have nothing to do with coming here, and you brought him here, and now and like now, so how can you say that, like, you know, to people that's here, and they stuck in like some their mindset, like, oh well, if you trying to do something different, then you wrong, but you gotta stay on like a
Yeah.
balanced path. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. You're not trying to disrespect nobody, but you just trying to say like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, this is not. I want to raise my kid with love. Just don't want to leave
Yeah.
them, you know. I want them to know the truth about life, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you asked a lot of good points. Y'all are awful, but
Well, it's only cause like I had came across a video. I had came across a video when I was looking around, and I seen you was talking. It was like a 2 hour video. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't watch this 2 hour video. You was just going, you was just talking about
yeah.
everything, and so, you know, and I watched it, and I was like, man, like, you know, you was really trying to explain, like, you wasn't even just talking about right now. You was talking about, so even if your kids see that in the
Yeah.
future, like, you just telling them, like, this is what's going on right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so it's like, how would you say right now, this is what's going on right
Yeah.
now? And how would you say that now to about what's about to happen in the future?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's something to think about. But thank you so much for like reaching out. You asked a lot of great questions. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Caller. Okay.
But I only know I can only answer these questions because you alive though. I would have never asked these questions if it
That,
wasn't for you going through what you went through.
exactly. Exactly.
You see what I mean? So what you had went through, it was all for a
Yeah.
reason. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Somebody had to do it. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So so I just like, see, man, I just turned
Mm-hmm.
24, and I was like, dang, I felt like my life was over because I had did a whole bunch of stuff in my past, and I was like, man, my life.
Oh, I think I lost connection. Yeah, he had a lot of questions. Yeah, but y'all messed up. But yeah, I'm glad I came on live because I was just like, just wanting to just talk and express myself. It's just so funny. It's just funny how things just turn around now. But yeah. But does anybody else want to come on the live? That was funny. Yeah. Yeah, you did. I mean, Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything I needed help on. It's just things that I'm realizing and accepting and sharing. Because if I'm feeling this way, somebody else is feeling this way, and I just want to put it out into the universe is that all you need is family. Don't turn your back on your family, whatever that looks like for you. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. You just hogging the mic. Little TXL. But yeah, that's really what I was just thinking about. And at least people that are out here to support you and help you, and on your way. And that's just what I learned, throughout this whole experience that I've been through. Hmm. Oh, somebody want to talk? Okay. Okay. Peace.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Hey.
Oh my God, I've been following you guys for such a long time.
Uh-huh.
How's the little one?
He is wonderful in there with his dad.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a question. I'm just excited that you answered my call.
Aw.
I've been behind the scene for a long time, and I enjoy watching you guys. I watch your live, I watch your husband live.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just here chilling with my son.
Aw. What up, son?
She said hi. Oh, but yeah, um, I mean, I like what you're doing with your life.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you're living your life, how you want to live it. Don't let anybody live it for you. And, continue to follow what you think is the best thing and the right thing for your family.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
And,
you.
you're so
Oh, there
welcome.
you back.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Thanks for the
I love
love.
watching. I love watching you guys. I love watching you cook. Although I can't seem to start eating healthy, but by watching you every day, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to start doing that. I need to start doing that, but I
Well,
still
the
haven't got
meals
the
I make,
push
you
yet.
just make them. Just do your best with where you are. You know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't
Okay.
worry about taking anything out of your diet. Just focus on adding more to your diet. Don't worry about, and before you know it, you'll be making choices that are good for you.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Love to you all, little family.
Okay. Bye
All
bye.
right. Talk to you some other time. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, Gina said, so you feel the little one's ready to be with family. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to let my family see him, because he's like everything, and he's such a great little person, and I don't want to keep it all to myself, especially at this point of where he is now in his journey. Like, he's so precious, and so I have to share this preciousness with somebody else, because me and Rambo was just you know having it all to ourselves. And so I would love for him to meet our families, so they can see what we created, and I just think it would be beautiful. Yeah, so right now, Rambo and I are just deciding on what's the best thing for us to do, and trying to get back to the States, because it's not just, oh, okay, we're going to leave. Okay, nah, it's a lot more steps than that. So we're just opening ourselves up, to receive whatever we need to receive to get back to the States, and wherever we're going to go. It'll be beneficial for both of us, to get our minds right and to go to the next step. Well, yeah, we're open to leaving Hawaii. Yeah, we're open to leaving Hawaii just for the time being. Like, I love Hawaii, but you got to come here with a plan. You just can't just show up and like, hey, I'm here. Like, and that's what I was saying. Like, that's why you need family. You need people around you that love you and support you and encourage you, So that's the one thing that we learned, that family is really important. You gotta have family. Like, whatever. I don't care if it's blood family, not blood family, whatever. You need to have people that care about you. If you don't, you'll see how the world truly is. Like, people only care but so much. People only care about themselves, and that's fine. That's fine. You want to care about yourself, but you want to create a world for yourself that you got people that love you and support you in whatever way possible. So that's what Rainbow and I are doing. If it's meant for us to leave Hawaii, we'll get the plane tickets and we'll be out. Like, we're just opening ourselves up to receiving whatever we need to receive to get out of here and go to our next part of our journey. That's really where Rainbow and I are at this moment. We're going to continue to work and do whatever we need to do and just open ourselves up to receive. So we can go to the next step. That's how I look at it. I'm just very thankful for everything. I'm very thankful for everyone that has supported us and encouraged us, because y'all didn't have to. Y'all could have just been like, that's what you get, But y'all were here, supporting, encouraging, some of y'all laying us out, but it's all in love. And so, yeah. So that's where we are right now. I know there's a lot of drama going on. It's just a lot of drama, but everyone is just trying to figure it out. I don't talk about, those people. It's like, but at the end of the day, everyone is trying to figure it out. And we may not agree with how people are trying to figure it out, but everyone has their own path that they have to follow. I follow it my way. Other people are following their way, and you're following the way that you're following it. But just be true to thyself. Continue to follow the truth, whatever that is. Do the right thing. Love yourself and everybody around you. And that's what I was saying. Let's put out positive vibes. I don't have to agree with everything that everyone is doing. I can only agree and live my life to what I agree to. And that's it, and just put the positive vibes out to everyone else. But since being on this journey, I just realized how people are just so self-consumed sometimes, with their life, and you are here to be a beacon of light for others. And some people will follow that purpose and some people won't, but I just know for me, it was a calling that I had to do. And yes, it has not been easy. And yes, I went through a lot of transformation, a lot of things, but I wouldn't take it back for anything. If it wasn't for this journey, I wouldn't have, Zen, so I did something right. That's how I look at it. So, but yeah, I don't want to be on here and just rambling. If anybody else has anything that they want to share before I go, because I'm starting getting hungry and it's late. Y'all should be in the bed sleep instead of listening to me. Oh, I'm doing great. Avakin. I think that's. You said, oh, okay, well, we don't tell our truth. You can go find someone else's truth. Like, I'm not playing with people now. Just like, people just think they could just say whatever just for their own entertainment. Like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like, just go somewhere else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Curly Q. Yeah, Curly Q, she actually lives in Hawaii, live in Big Island, and I still have not met you yet, but you like on the other side. But you're going through your own journey too. Everybody's going through something. We just need to put out that love and the positive vibes, for everyone, because everyone is you. So whatever energy you put out, you're putting that back to yourself. And so that's how I just roll. I put out positive energy and positive vibes, making sure everybody's safe and loved and cared for, because that's what I want for myself at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I'm about to get off of here. If nobody wants to come on live and to say anything. Oh, you said you guys don't still sleep when the sun goes down. We would, me and Rambo would love to go to sleep when the sun goes down. Like that's like you want to go to sleep when the sun goes down. But for the most part, yeah, him and I, we do go to bed like at a good time, especially with me because the baby gonna wake me up in a couple of hours anyway. So I try to go to bed as early as I can. Um, yeah. Oh, you said I'm so humble and genuine. This journey has humbled me. Okay. I'll tell you that right now. This journey has humbled you, girl. Okay. Like the past 2 years, I've done more than people have done in their lifetime. I've been exposed to things that people could only imagine, and like right now I'm in Hawaii. I would have never thought that. But now it's just like I want to keep going, and now I'm smarter and I'm more aware. So now what can I do from this point on? Like because I've learned so much. Now I want to give back. I want to create something for other people to be a part of, because most people won't be able to do what I've done, but at least I can share the knowledge and share the experience, and that's what I really want to do. Uh, Honestly. And so that's why I'm like, maybe it's time for us to leave Hawaii so that we can get back to the resources, so that we can be more solid, so that we can do what it is that Rainbow and I still want to do. That still has not changed. But I do believe that coming to Hawaii was for a purpose. I do believe we had to come here to get our minds right and to figure out what just happened. Like, what the fuck? Like, and so now it's like we are more focused and more determined now. And so, yeah. So if we have to go to the States, that's what we'll do. We've been said that we have to go to the States, we'll do that. But I just know that you don't want to do this life thing on your own. You want to have people in your life to share it with, whether it's a significant other or it's a family. Like, you are here to experience. You're here to experience what this life's about. And the more people you have to share that with, whether it's the good or the bad, beautiful. You're more wealthy than a person that's just out here on their own, and that's just what I've learned. I really that's really what I've learned. And open myself up to being vulnerable and open, because coming on here talking to y'all, sharing about my feelings and stuff, it takes a lot of guts. Not a lot of people can do it, but I encourage everyone just to come on live one day and just talk about how you feel and talk about what you're going through, because I guarantee you there's somebody else going through the same thing or worse, and your voice is all they needed to do to hear, to feel so much better and get so much clarity, and know that they're not out here on their own dealing with their own issues. Because let's not, and I was going to post, don't be throwing stones when you live in a glass house too, girl. We all live in a glass house. Do your best not to get it shattered, and stop shattering everybody else's glass house, because it's so easy for your house to get shattered. Okay? So, I mean, that's just how I see it for myself. So yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Pena Carlotta said you learn from your journey. It has made you a stronger person and has helped others. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So y'all, I'm about to go. I'm just reading y'all's comments. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Yeah. I mean, I'm always transparent. Yeah, I'm always transparent about, who I am, my life, you know.